Hello, my name is Lucille Trzcinski and I am the unaffiliated candidate for Mayor of Wallingford. During these past few months, I have attempted to bring to your attention situations and issues in Wallingford which I believe are cause for concern. For the most part, I feel that I have done that, although I must say that each day something new has been brought to my attention. Tonight, however, I'd like to talk to you about something else. This is a critical time in our town's history. This is not a time for campaign gimmicks or cute ideas to get the attention of the voting public. We have serious concerns that we must address, and they must be addressed sooner rather than later. Of course, most of us would say that our rising taxes are the most important of all the issues concerning us, and in great measure that is true. While I do know that our taxes are lower than many of the surrounding towns, the way that they are determined and the way the budget itself is developed leaves a great deal of room for discussion. Just because things have been done a certain way for decades does not mean necessarily that that is the best way. We need to talk about what we as a community consider important. Is it education? Is it adequately staffed town departments, especially with regard to police and fire? Is it recreational facilities for our kids? Is it how we maintain and dispose of our town-owned properties? What about the acquisition of open space? What are we willing to pay for? Nothing? Something? Anything? What do you think about it? When was the last time anyone asked you what you thought about it, about where your money goes and how you want it spent? How much of a say do you have about your town and how it is run? What your costs are in taxes, what you pay to live here, is the end result of many things. But the first of those things is open government, one in which we can really participate. Obviously, we can't all vote on every decision, nor would we want to, nor should we. But we can insist on being involved in how those decisions are made. Being listened to politely is not the same thing as having a say in what goes on. Remember Wooding Kaplan? Did you really know what was going on when we bought the Wooding Kaplan property in 1991? Did you know what it was worth? Did you know that we paid substantially more than the appraised price? Did you know anything of how the property was being disposed of in 2006? Would you have ever known at all if a small group of enraged citizens had not brought it to your attention? Do you know how hard it was to find out what was going on with that decision-making process? Why didn't the administration address the public during a town council meeting or even through the press and invite them, encourage them to take part in a discussion of exactly what the different proposals consisted of, have a give-and-take conversation about each one, and then let the public, after they understood all of the impacts of each one, on the town, on the downtown, on our taxes, on traffic, why didn't they let us decide then? That's what should have been done. That's what Wallingford citizens who paid $1.5 million for the property deserved to know before they were asked to accept $409,000 for it. Instead, the presentations by the various developers were not even televised. Right now, how much information do you have concerning the renewal of the contract for the trash plant down on Cherry Street, a facility that will directly impact the quality of our lives? Do you know why the 2 seats that we are allowed on the Connecticut Resource Recovery Board, or CRRA, have been vacant for years, much to the bewilderment of state officials? Do you know that we can get no clear and definitive answers that are easy to understand and make sense? Do you know that people have approached the mayor for months offering to serve on that board at this critical time, and he has refused to appoint anyone? Finally, at this past town council meeting, he gave us his reason that naming someone to that board might result in a liability to us. That response, of course, told us nothing. But worse, it is untrue. There is no liability at all that can result from either the mayor himself or his designee sitting on that board. Do you know that he has intimated often that we, the citizens and taxpayers, would be unable to understand the intricacies of these things, and so we learn of them only on a need-to-know basis? And don't let anyone tell you that that's not true. Do you know that some people have been trying to find out for over a year what has been going on with the trash plant and how our garbage, as well as the garbage of 4 other towns that is brought here, will be disposed of? And those people could get no information from the mayor's office. Not information critical to negotiations, of course. No, just general information. It has been impossible. Interested parties have had to go to the state. It shouldn't be that hard. So how open to us is our government? As citizens, we of course have the right to participate in governmental processes. When I have broached this concept to people, I have often heard, it does. We have the right to vote. Yes, that's true, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about not only being allowed, but encouraged to have a say in decisions that affect your life in a much more immediate way. The first thing that I would do then, if elected, would be to establish a citizens advisory group, people chosen from all areas of the community that would provide insight into the concerns and opinions of the public as a whole, and to apprise the public, their friends and their neighbors, directly of current issues with regard to such things as the needs of the community, our discussions with the state, the availability of resources, the impact of all these things on our taxes. The whole gamut that people need to know in order to make knowledgeable decisions about their town. People would rotate on and off every 2 years so that there would be diversity in participation and a wide range of views being expressed. And of course, there would be every opportunity for citizens to know what was going on, not only through the medium of TV and through the newspaper, but on a new and greatly improved and interactive website that ultimately would be convenient to access and much more cost-effective. We can't make valid choices if we don't know what's going on in the first place, can we? If we can institute a way by which we can be better informed, we can more easily be part of the process if we choose to. Like you, I know I have to pay taxes, but I want to have a say in where my money goes. A citizens advisory group would work toward that end. It would provide a direct line of communication between the people and the government which serves them. Next time, I'd like to talk about charter revision, term limits, and the 7 votes that it takes to overturn a mayoral decision, which more than any other thing determines the budget that is presented to us every year. You'll find out that it really is the mayor's budget. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Lucille Trzcinski, and I approve this message.